In the aftermath of Charlie Kirk's death, the murder, the assassination, the evil that we witnessed in front of our very eyes, that millions and millions of people watched as it unfolded in front of thousands of college students, to a man who is simply trying to speak to people, simply trying to have debates, simply using the democratic process to try to change people's minds. In the aftermath of that, maybe even more disgusting than the act of evil we witnessed, was the amount of people that were celebrating it. Wasn't just one or two people. It was a lot of people on the left who not only were, not mourning or didn't have any sympathy or whatever, but they were actively celebrating this. They were happy about it. They were calling for who was next. And now those very same people are getting fired from their jobs. They are losing their jobs after people being made aware, their employers being made aware of the disgusting, vile things that they're saying. A lot of them are out of jobs now, and they're not very happy. After Charlie Kirk's death, teachers and professors nationwide fired or disciplined over social media posts. At least a dozen faculty and staff have faced fallout over insensitive comments online. Now, these are kind of old articles here. Pilots, teachers, professors face losing jobs over Charlie Kirk posts. If you look across the landscape, we have thousands of people at this point who have been fired or suspended or disciplined in some way after not just mocking the death of Charlie Kirk, but actively celebrating it and calling for more. In the aftermath of all this, the very same people who have been canceling people for a decade, who have been, doing everything in their power to get someone fired for having the wrong frame of mind, for having the wrong political opinion, those people now have the gall to complain about cancel culture, right? These are the types of things. There's posts all like this. I guess the right's now down with cancel culture. I guess they're okay with cancel culture now. Let me tell you something. There is a big difference between, and I think here's a tweet that I think had it summed up very well. Let me explain to the leftists who suddenly are deeply concerned about cancel culture. Digging up decade-old tweets of jokes or hacking a political donation to get someone fired is cancel culture. People getting fired for currently openly cheering murder is not cancel culture, right? So the idea of the cancel culture we have witnessed is if you vote Republican, you're going to get fired. If you donate to a political candidate I don't like, we're going to try to get you fired. If in a Discord call from 8 years ago with your buddies when you were 17 and you called one of them gay, well, that's insensitive. We're going to get you fired. That's what we've been witnessing over the past 10 years. There is a stark contrast between that type of cancel culture and this. And you know why? Because just look at the results. Blue Sky users call for death of Donald Trump, J.K. Rowling, Elon Musk, and more after Charlie Kirk assassination. There are thousands and thousands and thousands of these, by the way, over on Blue Sky, right? Haven, left-wing echo chamber, all of them gathered there and pretend that nobody else exists in the world. These are the people who are celebrating. These are the people who are calling for who's next. They are actively cheering on and advocating for more political violence. These are the people who are losing their jobs. Yet we want to pretend that it equates to the same thing as somebody having a different opinion and getting fired. It's not. It's not the same at all. Let's read through some of these, huh? I hope they do Joe Rogan next. Nice. Can we do Ben Shapiro next? J.K. Rowling next. J.K. Rowling next. Rowling next. Rowling next. Anyway, Ben Shapiro next. I hope they shoot Ben Shapiro next. Matt Walsh next, please. So glad his bitch ass got packed up. Ben Shapiro next, please. Everyone's like Ben Shapiro next or Joe Rogan or whatever. Yeah, that'd be cool. But how about J.K. Rowling next? Let's kind of think about this as well. To understand how radical the left has become, you have people that are asking for J.K. Rowling to be next. J.K. Rowling shares 99% of her views with the left. She's off on one of them, which is the idea that, men are men and women are women. That's the one difference that J.K. Rowling has. And they are asking for her to be shot. They are celebrating Charlie Kirk being killed, and they are asking for J.K. Rowling to be next because she has one opinion that's different. We don't want to pretend like this transgender radicalism is a problem. It clearly is. It clearly is. Matt Walsh next. Matt Walsh next. Do Matt Walsh next. Nice. Do Matt Walsh next. Matt Walsh next. Do Matt Walsh next. Now do Matt Walsh. Do Trump. Trump next. Trump next. Trump next. They are calling for the active assassination of a sitting president. Can't you see how this is different than somebody saying, I don't know. I think maybe this political candidate makes some good points. You can't see how this is different from somebody giving $2,000 in a political donation to a candidate that they like secretly and then that getting doxxed and get out there. You don't see the difference between the limitations or lack thereof of your cancel culture compared to the comeuppance that people have gotten over the past 96 hours. Or maybe it's because you're retarded. You would have to be retarded to not understand the difference between those things. And this is just a handful. This is just one person screenshotting some of this stuff. And Blue Sky right now is kind of in free fall because a lot of their users are mad because they're getting suspended for death threats. They're getting suspended for advocating violence. But I have to say, if you are one of those people out there, look, if you disagree with Charlie Kirk, if you have a problem with him on the issue, whatever, I don't think you should lose your job. Of course I don't. I might disagree with you, but I don't think you should lose your job for not aligning with Charlie Kirk. I don't think you should lose your job for saying, I didn't agree with Charlie Kirk. I don't even think you should lose your job if you say, yeah, fuck Charlie Kirk, didn't like the dude. If you're celebrating it, if you are celebrating his death and you are advocating for more, 100% get fucked. And that's what we're seeing right now from these left-wing lunatics.